Wednesday, LSU week. Guys came out, practiced hard. I wanted to get a lot out of them, fix a lot of stuff. One thing I wanted to let you guys know is that I won't be talking about injuries until 3 hours before the game, because that's when we'll release it. So other than that, unless it's a season-ending injury, I'll let you know. But other than that, guys came out, practiced with intent, and I'm just looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow and practicing again.
So we can assume none of that season ending at this point?
Yes.
Got it.
What's the reason to change for that policy?
Because that's what the Big Ten policy is.
Okay. Kalen had told us yesterday that maybe the energy starting off wasn't where everyone wanted it, so the coaches kind of called back together to huddle again. What have you seen in terms of energy and guys kind of responding this week?
Well, anytime you guys see towels waving, that's a signal for Mayday. So that's to get the guys to run in on the field goal, because we have a timed field goal. So that wasn't about energy or trying to get the guys going. That's how we basically started every practice. But if you paid attention, then you would have saw that that's how each practice basically starts.
How would you describe the energy this week in practice?
It's been what I needed it to be.
What has stood out for you, Coach, on film on both sides of the ball?
They got some talent. Quarterback's really good. Those two edges are special. I'll say the D line was special. So this is a good team. They're ranked 16 or whatever. They're in the top 20. It's a good program, historical program, and we're just looking forward to going to Death Valley and getting to play out there.
Wanted to dig into execution a little bit more. When there's execution breakdowns in a game, how much of that is related to maybe how guys were repping it in practice or practicing it, and is there anything to adjust there with certain things that broke down in that game?
You can try at practice to just try to get it to be as much, adversity as you can, but you can only get so much at practice, But it's mostly just execution and guys not pressing. Let the game come to you. Don't play out of character. You know what I mean? And that's basically what we're trying to get to guys to just settle down. Because once we settle down, we're able to execute. So that's why it's an execution game.
So you're seeing it kind of related to game pressure being the main factor there?
It could be a little bit of game pressure. It just kind of guys just pressing a little, just putting more stuff on themselves.
As far as the offensive line, what have the conversations been like with Juan Castillo as far as cleaning that up? Have you noticed anything as far as the way they're moving their feet or their hands or where they're placing their hands or anything like that?
O-line's they had a good practice. It's just I'm not gonna say it's an execution thing, but for them it's IDing and seeing who they're blocking and just communicating. So as long as they're communicating up front and it's getting back to the running backs, we should be good.
We saw Tabaki come in at right guard, I think, at the end of the first half. What did you see out of him, and was that just a rotation thing, or what was going on there?
That was a rotation thing at that time, and Tabaki did a good job, came in and played, and we're just trying to get guys reps and keep guys fresh.
The travel aspect, are you going to handle it the same way you did Hawaii, leave Thursday, go to the stadium that night, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we'll leave and then we'll go to the stadium when we get there. Same thing, because I want them to see the stadium and not the first time when they get there on Saturday morning.
Did you feel that was helpful the first time you did it?
Yeah, because the kids this is a different era, so they like to Instagram and post stuff at the stadium. So I don't really want that on game day. It's just good that they were able to get it out the night before.
TJ mentioned on Monday he really wants to get going quickly out the gate, off to a good start. Do you think you'll see maybe a little bit more Jalen Berger in there too, and the rest of the running game come out fast on Saturday?
Yeah, I think the run game would get going. It was unfortunate that run got called back that he had. But they were placing hats on hats. Guys were blocking the right people, and it's a work in progress. And I'm just glad that we're trending in the right direction. We got a holding call, and that kind of brought it back. And I don't think if we would have got that holding call, I'm not sure if you guys would even be asking me about the holding.
With Keegan's kick returns, how much of that does he have freedom to make a decision? Or are there hard rules?
There's probably one of those where he kind of hesitated that I was a little disappointed in. But other than that, Keegan, he knows what his rules were. But on that one, he was kind of in between. But other than that, I think he did a good job.
We're only 2 games in, but how would you assess the job that Coach Bieniemy
great job. He's a professional head coach. I mean, offensive coordinator. He's been in the pros. He's been in college, and you know, when we execute, we execute. So we have full confidence in him. The players do too, and that's all offensive coordinator.
You said you like where the team's looking at in practice this week. You know, is there anything that's clicking better this week compared to last week ahead of the game? Like it's
It's more of just how they're approaching the game, more or less. You know, guys are eager to get out here and play because you know we got to get better. It's different when you have to force them to try to get better, and I don't have to do too much of that. There's not a lot of us forcing them to get better. They're taking it upon themselves to do the work.
And the team's always looking really fresh. You know, rocking blazers, designer clothes before the games. You know, why is that important to the team? That you know.
Well, I just wanted them to put on suits, really. So it's not even about looking fresh or anything. They're all dressed the same. You know, we either would have been traveled in sweats or suits. So what would you want to travel with?
Defensive tackle with Sidiveni and Ciale. What are you seeing out of them?
Just two guys that play hard. You know, Sidiveni used to be a running back, so you know he has my heart. But you know, he's done a good job, and you know, Ciale moved back to defense where his heart was at, and something that he wanted to do. And I'm just glad that you know we have depth over there to be able to have more guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.